Hello, my awesome people, and welcome back to Pull Up a Chair. Today we're going to be talking about self-care, as it seems to have been that this past couple of days in my life has seemed to kind of theme around that, if that makes sense at all. Good enough. Self-care is important. Take care of yourself, okay? Because sometimes other people can't take care of us for us. Sometimes we have to do it ourselves. Sometimes we have to take care of ourselves not only for the sake of ourselves, but also for the sake of the people around us that we care about. And self-care isn't always easy. Actually, first I should establish what I mean by self-care. And I mean, for those of us who are mentally ill, it can be anything from paying off your student loans on time to, just eating healthier, or just, taking care of your own personal hygiene, not pushing yourself too much, or in some cases mostly just not pushing yourself too much. Choosing, I should do this over this. Sometimes, when you really, a normal quotations person would. And sometimes that's really difficult when you're mentally ill and all you want to do is sleep. And it's hard to talk about this in a general way because it's so individualized and people have to do things very differently each and every way. For me, it's, getting up out of bed and actually getting dressed and brushing my hair, even though I'm exhausted. Or going to the hospital when I feel like I'm going to hurt myself, even though I know that it's just going to bring my PTSD. It's just going to bring it up more in my life and possibly cause more trauma. I guess that's really not that good of an example, but it's something that I had to do. For some people, it's, you can't brush your teeth, so you get mouthwash, so you can at least have something clean. Or you can't make an entire sandwich, so you just have to take them apart and, eat a slice of ham and eat a slice of cheese. Sometimes it's, I'm craving potato chips, but I really should be eating carrots or something, and eating those carrots instead. It's just drink your water, take your meds, eat better, go for a walk. And a lot of people sometimes misinterpret that as go for a run, or eat salad for a week straight, or whatever, or, do a full bath routine. And you don't have to go that far. It doesn't have to be hard. Sometimes it is, but it doesn't have to be. And just doing those little things like that, you'd be surprised on how much better you feel afterwards. And when you do those kinds of things, sometimes when you start doing them, you continue. And that's usually the way it works for me. And sometimes self-care can mean getting rid of toxic people, can be shutting down social media stuff for a while. It can be, sometimes it can be not hanging out with friends if you're really not able to, and sometimes it's forcing yourself to do so. And a lot of people will say that doing stuff like that is selfish. And it's not. The only way that taking care of yourself is selfish is if it's at the expense of other people. Is if in the process of taking care of yourself, you are intentionally hurting other people. That's the only time that it's selfish. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And sometimes we don't want to take care of ourselves because we want to take care of other people around us. And yes, it's important to do that, but at the same time, you also have to realize that you can't share from an empty cup, if that makes sense. You can't help other people if you can't help yourself. And that sounds really mean, but in order to, take care of other people without it taking a toll on yourself, you have to take care of yourself sometimes the same way you would the other people. You can take care of other people, but you have to take care of yourself too. And sometimes that can seem selfish or self-centered or self-absorbed. And that's just not true. Is that there's a line between these things. You don't need to say that you're better than anyone else or my needs are above yours. It's that my needs need to be met in order for me to help you, or just my needs need to be met, period. Because you're human and you need to do things for you. But also not forcing yourself and do things when you're ready. Because forcing yourself to take care of yourself doesn't always work. And like I said, I can't generalize this because it's, it varies from person to person. And you kind of have to decide for yourself what is best. Because you know yourself better than anyone else, in most cases. So, in short, do what you have to do in order to make yourself be better, feel better, whatever you have to do to try to keep yourself as healthy as you possibly can. As long as it's not at the expense of other people. And anyone who tells you that you're being ridiculous is wrong. Because you are valid, your feelings are valid, and your self-care is valid. That about does it for what I wanted to mention in this video. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night or whatever time period you are in right now. I know words. But that is all for this video. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on whatever you want to see me do next. Because, I can't do what you want me to do if you don't tell me. But that is all, and I will see you when I see you.